Okay, good evening everybody. That's mine. Take this pedal off after. You can still talk well, I don't know if you can hear me, but what's your heart rate?
97.
Mine is mine 95? 88, 89.
I think there's something wrong with the, because this was what he was doing with me last week. 97. I could have wrong for that.
97 and that.
90.
99, 92. Oh, maybe my heart rate is 90 then. Ooh. Oh, what have I come on here for now?
Huh?
No, I was talking to myself. Okay, everybody, penultimate race of Zwift Racing League. So back in Mercury Island to race, chasing the sun, lots of sprints, a big KOM, nearish to the end, but not that far from the end. The top comes about 10k from the finish. Sprint very early doors. Gonna be a tough one. Tough. But it's a team. It's a team race, so we need to try and score points across the board. We're doing really well on it actually. So see if we can keep that up. Let me know if you can hear the other guys racing, chatting I mean. Maybe you can, let me know. Thank you, Charlie's having a ride as well. Can't hear them ATM. Okay, that's probably me then. Oh yeah, it was muted. You probably will hear them now, but I don't know how much chat we will hear. Alright guys, have a good ride tonight.
Me too, Ed. Looks like everyone's Discord isn't working today.
Just you and me. Oh wait, no, Jesse.
Yeah, if he gets his mic working. Doesn't sound like it.
Okay, Ali sprint coming up. Less than 1k into the race. So everyone's going to be super fresh for this one. This is probably one I'm not going to feature in very well. So I'll just try and stay with it as best I can for this first bit. Oh. Oh my word. Oh, that was one of the nastiest Zwift race starts I think I've ever experienced. The fact that it was
it's true.
straight away into 2.5 minutes of everyone just hanging on.
I thought I was gonna get dropped.
But that's gonna eat there's gonna be a few efforts here that are gonna really drain people. That's why it's backing off so much in now, because otherwise people just won't recover. Well positioned from everybody down there. So we've got the railway sprint next. We've got first across the line and fastest through segment after a short climb up to railway level. So it's a long sprint, about 640 metres, and slightly downhill. This comes pretty quickly as well though. So. I might have a better chance of this one, given that some people will be a little bit more tired. Maybe. There's Alex. Yeah, I can see how much it strings out. Whew.
Climb incoming.
Yep. Rooftop KOM reverse. This is not an official time segment. but it's something to think about still if he thins the group. So lay up, I'll move. Rider's starting to go out the back as it strings out. Just trying to float near the front. Hey, thank you. The greatest soccer do period. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Just trying to help in any small way. But I appreciate that support. Okay, Temple KOM. Rooftop KOM we just finished, I mean. Morning, Cadell. How are you, sir? So we've got FAL and FTS after a bit of a long flat section now.
We're all still here and we dropped like 20 people.
Yeah. That's good. I don't know what happened to Simon. He was off the front and then he disappeared. Is he still in the event? Yeah.
He's still off the front, yeah.
Oh, I must have slipped too far back and then he must have disappeared off my screen.
Yeah, I was accidentally chasing him, basically.
It's a good move here, as long as he knows you're not going to burn too many matches. There's 5 of us here in this group of 30 behind, so that's good. By the way, the voice you're listening to there is that of Ian. It's just me and Ian in Discord tonight, so it's a bit quiet. Good evening, Josh. How are you? And then after the country sprint, we've got the Temple KOM. We all know what that means. We're going uphill. Oh, nice, Cadell. What was that, if you don't mind me asking? I'm just going to try and use a bigger gear here to bring my heart rate down a bit, because... Yeah, I see, Josh, I see. Just going to see if I can bring that heart rate down a bit. Oh, nice, 40k an hour. Nice. Rolling, as they say, rolling. Wish we could do that in the UK. Yes, that's this heart rate strap on my arm. That's the Tickr 5th, yes. Well, I don't know if it's better. I would just say it probably feels a bit more comfortable. You know, I don't know about accuracy, but seems to be okay. You know, you charge it lasts quite a long time. To be honest, you know, it doesn't get as sweaty as a chest strap does, so that's my main reason for using it. Hate this bit. I mean, to be fair, I'm probably producing very little lactate, about 4.5 months per kilo. So, hence the reason for talking. Each to their own. on me. I tell you what, Ian, it wouldn't be a bad idea if, like, given I think the overall strength of the team, if we just rode hard as a team up the climb, we'd probably, like, give ourselves a good chance of having all of us in the front group going over it, and it might only be like 15 people or 10 people.
Yeah, I think we can drop at least half of this group without one person of it.
I think whoever attacks, I mean, all of us can attack on the climb, but I think, I don't think we should be afraid of chasing our own teammates down this time, because we all might be relatively equal. So, you know, like I said, we might end up all going over together, and that would be ideal situation, really. Strength in numbers for the last 10k.
Yeah. We'll just go up, like, basically as fast as possible. Try to stay with one group.
Yeah, and then we'll see what happens when we get near the top.
Yeah.
I know our other teammates can't hear us, but that's a good question, Dave. The kind of answer to that is that I've been riding for 15 years. So you might think that yes, you require more to maintain, which you do, but you can also get away with periods of doing less and still being able to perform. It's the wonders of being very, very mature at your sport, I suppose. You know, if you do it for many years, you don't lose. You know, they say form is temporary, class is permanent. That's a saying. Certainly in cycling, it doesn't really translate, but it's that type of phrase, you know.
Yes, he's up the front.
Ooh. Face across the line here for Jesse, hopefully. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. I'll keep trying.
Yeah, first, let's go.
Yes, Ian. Well timed.
Best sprint ever.
Go on, boys. String it outside. Oh, sorry, go on, go on, go on. Gap is now growing. It's going to be an interesting one, this chat now. It's a 15-second gap to two teammates. Try and sort of keep near the front. I don't know if it's possible to block, but we're nearly at the climb. Good thing is now, with this gap to two teammates, they don't have to do anything, in theory. So if people are looking at this now, then it might not be the best thing to do, because they might let two riders get away, and then they might let us sit in, which obviously just means we're fresher. So good situation this.
We scored a lot of points in the last sprint. Guess you got the first FAL, and I got the first FTS and fourth FAL, so.
Jesse's letting Simon roll off. Oh, this is going to be, it should be a good tactical race for you to watch here now, everyone. A chance for a solo move there. And it could stick if the gap's big enough at the top of the climb. Be really good to see. 40-second gap. Whew. I think we're safe here to just follow, and then again see what happens in the last couple hundred meters of the climb.
Is Simon 40 seconds ahead?
Yeah, Jesse's dropping back slowly.
Oh, amazing.
Got Liam here as well, and Alex too, so potential to get the four of us over the climb, we'll see. Let's give a shout some encouragement in the chat for Simon and Jesse, of course, for some big turns to get them both away. Let's go, team. So inspiring to watch. Let's have a good one, everyone. Hitting the KOM now. 50-second gap to Simon. Huge gap there. Just going to split behind as long as we keep near the front. All the work's been done behind as the group shrinks. I said people are going to start to reach that point now of no return. It's going to start stringing out. Alex is launching. Yes. Go on then, go on, dig. Go on, go on, go on, go on.
Still 40 seconds.
Oh wow, this is brilliant to see. Oh, it feels so cool to witness as well. It's like when you're in the race, you get like such an awesome seat all together there.
Still got 4 in the front, perfect. You get a burrito on the last sprint, Ed, so it might be good to save the arrow for the finish.
Alright, great advice, cheers. Yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of us now inside the top 11. I mean, even as it stands right now, I mean, Jesse is in the chase group, which is just 30 seconds behind us currently, so yeah, we're in a good position to have like 5 of us. Yeah, it's really good. It's such a privilege as well. It's gonna sound corny, but it's such a privilege to, you know, ride with these guys, and you know, they're all strong in their own right. You know, and they're pushing. You know, it's great to see the tactics. They're working off each other as Crank Green Watts is saying in the chat. It's just you know, there's very little to do. You know, from my perspective, it's like when it works well like that, and it doesn't always work, but there's obviously something within this, you know, this group and this A team. There's something already there that's, you know, these guys are just, yeah. Let's hope Simon still has a healthy lead at the bottom of here. Temple sprint reverse, which is just before the finish line. Still got a 39-second gap there, Simon. This is in outside, you're about to go onto that flat road. I love that saying, roll that gear. It's like a... It's such a... it oozes panache, you know, you just roll in the gear over and you feel like it's effortless. He's got an easy job now, in fairness. He just needs to focus on the suffering and, as I said, keep rolling the gear. It's a very simplistic side of cycling. It's hard, don't get me wrong, but it's a very yeah. So what are the chances of us getting a second place, like first in this group?
I'm quite confident as a sprinter, so I'm not going to attack, because I feel like I can probably outsprint most.
Yeah, I agree. I think judging off your sprint earlier, and now it's a much smaller group. Yeah.
Yeah, it's also a good question to ask when is it safe to attack? As in, if you want to attack, when it's safe.
I mean, he's still doing, you know, 5.5 watts per kilo, so with, you know, 35 seconds, 4k to go, I think, you know, essentially maybe the last 3k, 2k, he's still going to hold on.
Yeah, so there's a sprint at 32. Probably everyone will be cooked after it. In theory, you can try to keep it going or go when everyone stops. on it, come on.
Hang on. Standing ovation.
Great race, guys.
Sigh. Dark horse here.
Completely shouted at the end.
Oh. Sigh, snake in the grass. Oh wow, awesome.
4 in the top 10, 2 on the podium.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, wow, that's pretty special to be part of that. And oh, I went so deep, you know, when I rolled over the top. Then when I went with 2k to go, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to go now, but it's like it's hurting already. I'm already in red.
Yeah. I fucked my own sprint. Someone went with 800 meters to go, and I just went after it.
That's right. The thing is, when things are going so well like that, it's very easy to, you know, the adrenaline, the excitement, everything. We're so hyped, and nah, still a great result in it. And plus, you picked up points along the way, so.
Yeah, 14.2 watts per kilo for 15 seconds.
Ah. This is what it's all about, isn't it? Doesn't matter what ability you are. When you're riding with other people, doesn't matter if it's a group ride or a race. Oh, that's a great result there from Alex as well, who's on his comeback trail from his nasty accident a good while ago now, but still, you know, you credit where credit's due. And Liam was there as well.
I had my best 15 seconds ever.
Best ever! Ah!
880. Oh.
Yes. That's going to be fun hanging out in Discord after that one. Whew. It's, yeah, Liam there, Jesse there, look, almost rolls a top 15, but a top 20 after going early as well and helping Simon consolidate that gap, you know, and then managed to find himself in that group, which, you know, just looked like it was getting a bit spicy at the end. They look at the time differences, but he was in that group there with Liam only 2 seconds, but you just said that group would have finished together, but just someone would have gone long and it may have splintered in that last couple 100 meters. But wow, that's so good, isn't it? That's so good, so good. Thank you, Team Cookies. Team Cookies, thank you. Thank you. I think I'm hearing the subscribe button. People are subscribing, so thank you for subscribing and sharing the love with the rest of the team. It's so good to show stuff like this. You know, without the live stream, it's it's always adds another element. It's really cool to see. Let's have a look.
I'll be taking a shower and enjoying the victory here. Seriously.
Yeah, cool. Nice one. Have a good evening, Ian. Let's have a look at this then. That final effort. That's a good peak there, that second sprint, 800 watts. And then got a little bit spicy there coming to the finish, but then that one attack where we did have to go deep just to react to the attack, but I managed to roll over the top of it, use my aero when I'm pretty sure maybe everybody else had already used it or was saving it for the sprint, and then I was topping out at 180. That was pure VO2 max at the end, just gasping for air and just emptying the tank. As you can see, power starting to fade off, but that would have been it's a pretty deep effort for 3.5 minutes. So definitely anything over 400 watts for that length of time. And it wasn't even a climb, so I'll take that on a flat road. But yeah, thank you. We did say on the live chat, as I'm sure you must have heard, that there's only a couple of ways of playing that there at the end. You know, what do you do when you've got to ride a solo? Well, you kind of wait a little bit. You leave it as late as possible because you know that, you know, you want them to get that gap and keep that gap. So what you do, you leave it as late as possible. And in that situation where there was lots of attacks going on, you knew people were going to just keep rolling with the attacks, keep going. But I was reacting and waiting, and Alex was doing an awesome job actually in keeping that, like, he was following a lot of moves. He was shutting them down and we were making sure the group was staying together, and Simon would still keep that 30-40 second gap, and then it's kind of, you almost sense, I think you get the feeling of when the right time is. You know, at the end, you know, you're like, right, you're into the last 3 kilometers. You know, there's been a good few attacks already. There's been four attacks. Maybe this was the 4th attack. It was a really big one because we were going through the sprint as well. So people were going for that. But then, you know, that ease off, you know, only has to happen for 10, 15 seconds. Speed reduces. You're coming from the back. You sense the moment and you just go. And I think I knew in the back of my head that, you know, if I was going to go there, then that would have been the one. That's, you just know sometimes that given the situation, given how many efforts people have done, and given how many K there is to go, and you know you've got something left in you, so you just know that one's going to stick. You know, at the end of the day, that was full commitment there. So, you know, I think, yeah, you've got to have the confidence to go, you know, and don't hesitate. It's easier to hesitate actually in the real world in road racing, or in crate racing, but in Zwift there like that, you can throw a lot of caution to the wind, because if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You could just sort of come back but yeah, I was kind of confident that move was going to stick there, given it was so close to the end, and I was going to try and you know, minimum 400 watts, but yeah, it's always good when it comes off, isn't it? So it's good. Awesome. So thanks for tuning in. That's the last live stream for a while, about a week now maybe. So thanks for tuning in for the recent live streams. I will see you on the vlog over the next week or so. I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Awesome job, team. We'll see you next time.